yo. Nah, this is actually just water with pineapple in it. I'm just trying to rehydrate and get to that headspace to
Not
get to
mine.
the body right.
I'm still
Hey
celebrating.
everybody.
I'm still celebrating, bro.
It is Motivational Monday. I'm gonna show y'all this shirt real quick just so y'all can see this. It's got a microphone and it's got headphones because music is everything. Everything,
Wow.
everything, everything. So I'm just in here today. I'm vibing. My energy is up. I was doing a lot of things to just kind of recharge the battery. First and foremost, it's Monday, and I gotta start off by saying thank you to that guy over there. He Man, listen, the weekend was incredible. That's all I'm gonna start off and say. It was incredible, incredible, incredible. My weekend started with a very cool Friday night. One of our partners in crime, Gerald Kelly, he had a birthday celebration at the Harlem Comedy Joint. So I slid over there to surprise him and to surprise Onika, who was also on the bill. So it was great to see the two of them both do their thing, totally ripped the stage in half. And when I say Onika killed it, she killed it. And then there was a few other people that he had, guests of his that came up and did their thing. So that was the start of the weekend. Saturday, all I can tell y'all is if y'all missed that King's Theater celebration, Lord have mercy. You guys missed an incredible, incredible show. I
Yep,
mean,
yep, yep.
look, y'all, the show by itself was incredible, but the energy, the way that they put the thing on, the fact that everybody came out and showed so much love and support was incredible. It was just a phenomenal, phenomenal time had by all yourself, by yours truly. That man there and what they managed to pull off Saturday night was just bonkers. And then yesterday, I closed the show. I was up in my hole in the wall spot. Glen Roy's, T, I got to get you up in there one of these damn Sundays when you ain't crazy. It's just they call it rebirth, but they really just play old school music the whole entire
Nice.
time. And they
It's
have
on
like
Sundays?
it's on Sundays. They have like
Okay.
Knuckles. They have like Brucey B. And literally all they do is just play, the old school stuff that you play that we listen to. But yesterday had this new kid in there. His name was DJ Prime, Pryme. If y'all aren't following him, please follow him. When I tell you this kid is incredible. When I say he was playing some stuff, T, he was playing some stuff that had us all in there like, wait a minute, sir. You just can't throw that on like casually there, brother. But it was an incredible,
Yo,
incredible
we're gonna make a
time.
plan to go there. We'll talk to our peoples and get everybody together.
Okay.
Sunday, the day after New Year's Day, the day after the second. Let's make a
Okay.
plan to do that. I would love to do that, man, to get it in. You see how you say you hydrating and exhausted? Now imagine, because you're right, Saturday was super exhausted in the best possible way. But imagine having to leave it and get your ass down to Philly because the next day you have another concert size joint at the Met. Shout out to my man Raymond Anthony and them. Shout out to Ray DeJean who made that happen, the King's Theater in Brooklyn. So my shit was get there, try to have some sort of energy, give them a good show. And so needless to say, got it done. Still in PA and about between, I think I'm in between Stroudsburg and Harrisburg. But the point being is this, I'm laughing because I'm saying, your ass was fucked up because I heard people invite you, yo, you want to go over to Philly? You was like, no, I need to
Get
recoup.
my life together.
And I'm not recouping until another day at least. So I'm sitting here, the rest Posado doing what the fuck I do. But here's the thing. These things, I was just telling Prophet Pete off the air before we started, it's hard to describe other than just that it was a great night and a collective great show because even when things went wrong, not that everybody knows it's wrong, but even behind the scenes, when things was going wrong or these little hazards was popping up, we was handling that shit like a trooper. So if you're sitting in the audience, you're just fucking thoroughly entertained and having a good time. Because even when it goes bad, if I'm out there with the mic, I'm talking about motherfuckers, I'm pointing it out. Ain't nobody safe, in other words. So these things can't go on. And the reason I thought this was beautiful to talk about today is I'm so proud of my peoples and all the help that I get, yourself included. Amir came in there, met me at the back door, and dove in head first and put himself to work and being very helpful with the whole night situation. We didn't have one problem with one artist. We didn't have one beef. my favorite thing to remember, I mean, because my artists, they mean a lot to me along my way, and they're all professionals. So I already kind of in my brain thought that was going to play out beautiful like it did. However, what super impressed me was the comedy portion of the show. I was just telling you, we had 6 comics go up within an hour span, a little less than an hour. But the most important thing was, in a big theater, in a big room, in comedy, people can get lost up there. You know what I mean? And it don't work. Every comic did they motherfucking thing. And I, as a comic, you don't understand. That shit is like, the gods are shining down you. God is like, let this dude, let's celebrate with him. Because it's, of all the things that can go wrong, he didn't let it happen. And when I watch, and I'm going to shout him out by name one at a time, Andre Kim, my son, Talon Jr., Stephanie McCrae, Brooklyn Mike, Sean Harvey, and then fucking Hamburger, just bringing a comedy to a close. When I tell you everybody, these things don't happen without the help of Robin Hood Entertainment. Robin Hood, it don't happen. I mean, even though, it was there in spirit, couldn't physically come down, from Quincy to everybody that helped along the way. And this young lady here, I told her to come on the show today. You know her, she's always hanging with us. But my girl Sharonda, like you, dives in head first and like, what you need me to do? What are we doing? Boom, 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 boom. So I try to come up with this plan, like, okay, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to put no one person in one spot and they don't see none of the show. So let's try to rotate. That motherfuckers spend an hour over here, an hour, whatever. But I want to take my hat off to her because she fucking manned and held down our business affairs that night, from the merch to the tickets to the guests, everything. Bring in my guest, my good friend Sharonda Rogers, please. Bring in God's love. What up,
hey, y'all?
Yes.
We want to give you your flowers right this minute.
No question.
I'm still recovering. Yeah, I'm still recovering. I had a launch.
You have to my own heart because you are able to do all those things you did and hell and still get fucked up like me.
Wait, and me and Amir, I dropped Amir off. I don't even know how that happened.
She was a chauffeur too. So look, y'all have no idea. Sharonda is Superwoman to this team. She is Wonder Woman, Superwoman. That's who she is for this team. No question about it. But Saturday night, Sharonda, because I know from the side that you were on, you dealt more on the merchandising side, and the people coming to not only obviously support talent, but the merch and everything as well as some of the other vendors, because we did have other vendors in the space and a lot of amazing things. What was that like for you? How was that energy? What were the people who were coming to really rock with you? How was that working out? How were the people?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I've been doing this with talent for 27 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's natural for me. Like I can't really answer that. I'm a people person. I'm naturally I've been in sales for a very long time. So, but it's instilled in me to make people feel good, to make them smile. We weren't overwhelmed. Everybody got their turn. Everybody got, whatever it is that they wanted to purchase. And everybody just wanted to see a smiling face, to be honest with you. Everything that we've been going through in the last 2 years or whatever, everybody just wanted to see a smiling face, whether it was behind a mask or whatever. And the energy was just great. So I feed off energy. When energy is good for me, I'm good. And that was really it. It was dope to be in the building. The experience was incredible. And I look forward to doing that shit again. That was
Speaking of smiling faces, that was you when Horace Brown was from home. She loves so fucking Horace.
I love Horace Brown so much. Oh wait, so I want to show something off. So Amir showed off his t-shirt. I want to show off this t-shirt. This is the Wall
Nice.
Street 100th anniversary T-shirt. Can you see it?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
The Black
Nice.
Wall Street. It got the year on the sleeve.
Nice. Okay.
So anybody that's interested in that calendar, that's who has this shirt. His name is Steve.
Oh, Vision. Yeah,
It's a
Vision.
dope shirt. But
Yeah, Steve from
before
Vision.
that, make sure you get some It's Just Comedy merchandise. How about that?
Yeah, that's dope
Catch
right
me
there.
outside.
I gotta hit Steve up tomorrow and support him on that. That's dope as hell. So
Yeah,
let,
pretty
let
awesome.
me ask you this, Geronda. First of all, you was missed last night. You would have loved that to be, at that show where we're doing less work and more enjoyment. But
Right.
give me the synopsis of the evening from when the show first hit, performances and stuff like that. Because we were in rotation, we all didn't see everything all at the same time. What did you get to see, and what's your review?
I was able to see Jeff Red, which I enjoy him thoroughly because he just smiles all the way through from front to back. I was able to see Horace Brown, Roxanne Shante. I was able to see all of those. Let me tell you something. You know what inspired me about them is that the fact that they can still do that shit. Like they can still do it. That was such an inspiration for me. And in the lobby where I was working at and they had the table, there was a TV there. So although I wasn't in the room, the energy was still right there. So I was able to see everything. So I didn't feel like I missed anything. I felt like even to the end, when they was trying, when they was kicking us out because we shut the building down like we do.
Facts.
Everybody was rocking. Grand Pooba was on it. Let me tell you, nicest move to the end. It was on it. So that energy, that vibe for me was inspiration. I didn't even think of it as business talent, to be honest with you, because it felt natural. It felt good. Yeah. Like everybody was just happy to see each other. I had a good time.
It did. And coming from, having to deal with it out there and then go back there, it was, I gotta say, the smoothest backstage shit going on. Like, usually you get some drama or some complaining. Yeah. But I think the fact that venue with the size of it, they had the dressing rooms in the back. You could open the door, so I had to see this nigga is, and the way it was situated, I think made them all happy. So when they wanted to talk to each other, they did. When they didn't have to. And the food and refreshments was in a whole different room. So I think the flow of that was great. I was telling Amir, my favorite thing is to be like these moments. There's these moments. I know I'm professional, but do I have to maneuver around people who are not uptime fucking 50% of the time? So the one time you don't want to be around motherfuckers that ain't professional is when there are glitches and things go wrong. So when I'm having these technical glitches and stuff like that, I was so elated and happy that, like, say S1, he was on it with me, like, blah, blah, blah. I said, let's just fucking whatever. And we go out there and we turn that bitch into the tunnel.
Yeah, he had it rocking. He had it rocking. They even shouted it out on WBLS. Like he had that whole room lit up playing Brooklyn straight through. It was on fire.
And Marlene's stupid. She said the fourth steps is hilarious. Let me tell you something. So
Marlene, you ain't right.
This is how petty people are. That shit was hilarious, Marlene. But here's how petty people are. This nigga had spies in the building, giving him play-by-play. So when I finally speaks to him, and I'm trying to give him a play-by-play the whole night. He's like, yeah, I heard you did that shit. I heard you. And I didn't know when I was fucking with him in the hospital when he was on the screen with the hospital bed. And I said what I said. He had stopped, so I'm thinking he's gone. He said, no, I heard all that shit. He was still on the hookup. So he had his little spies in there saying, boom, boom, what was going on, whatever. But to me, I looked at S1 in the middle of that shit, was like, yo, this is a professional. Like, normally I would tell him, DJ, look, we got to blah, 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 blah. Yeah. This dude was just like, yo, I see what's up. Boom, I'm going to go over here. Yeah. Let's do that. And we fucking with it. And as we fucking with it, the comedy brain's ticking. So I'm fucking with them, get their shit together. I pull Sean Harvey back out for an encore of the white Lee suit episode.
He had on wallabies,
The
yo. He had
Wallabies,
on
he played
wallabies.
the Wu-Tang. Yo, that whole shit was like a skit in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that can only happen when you have other professionals around you. Everybody knows what they do and what they good at, and they see what the wrong is.
Right.
So those things right there to me stood out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Even the girl who was what I call a showrunner, she's walking around,
trying to keep everybody,
but she's not paying attention, so she didn't realize when we had that moment
that was having that difficulty. Yep.
What we were doing, she thought I was just fucking around and fucking up the time, and I'm like, "Are you not paying attention to what's going on?"
Yeah.
Like, we have a day.
But you know what's crazy too, T? I was in the room at that time, and the audience didn't even really know. Like none of us being out there, we was just rocking with Sus One. We ain't even know what was going on.
Right, and this girl, she's right on the side. Right now, if you're on the side and you're watching the show play out, you see me try to do the intro. You see them doing whatever. It's okay, fuck it, play it off. Come from that and go into that. Now, you can miss that out there, but from the side, like social distance, 6 feet away, bitch, you need to see that. Like, right. So don't come at me like I just went on some. She came at me like I just went on a talent tangent and said, "Fuck the clock." And I came to I said, "Did you see what's going on?" She said, "No." I said, "So you think I'm just out here having a good time?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Bitch, I'm an actor."
Yeah, he did say
so
that.
Hamburger was crying.
Yo, that was hilarious.
Like, oh shit, I'm an actor. I said, "Nigga, I gotta act like ain't nothing wrong." And I'm having a good time. In my mind, I'm like, this shit gonna cost us $10,000.
Yeah, it was, but you know, like you said,
were you sweating? Yo, were you sweating? Were you sweating underneath your clothes?
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Sharonda, as I stood there and I watched it, and he's absolutely right. T, first and foremost, kept his composure so well. But I have to give credit to the people who were supposed to come up and entertain as well, because the word getting back to them, even though it was, like you said, timing was thrown off. A lot of them were just like, okay, whatever our moment is, when we get that moment, we're gonna come out here, we're gonna turn it upside down. It is what it is. So to see the continuity of that from all of the artists, because to your point, Sharonda, when Grand Poobah and Lord Jamal got up there, they just they were who they are. They went and was like, look, we're gonna do what we do. Roxanne Shante had been actually standing there for a minute before she got on.
Yeah, this is professionalism.
And she didn't, bitch and moan or whatever. She was just like, is everything okay? She was talking through her, person or whatever. So I think that, to your point, that's what to me made it even more incredible. You guys didn't get to, like you said, the people at home didn't get a chance to see that. I was on the side. I'm one being a fan, but then watching how how you handle situations like that. And those things crop up. And to T's point, this is all things that you can learn from and become motivated by, because it could have gone absolutely wrong.
Goes back to the word, Amir, professional. That's what I'm saying. It was so great, and it made me elated to be in there where I didn't have to go too far to get on people, or people had to whatever. Here's the thing. So fast forward, we out there with this party thing. Let's say it took up 13 minutes. Let's say it totally took up 13, 14 minutes. Now I got a fucking Peyton Manning shit as a quarterback and call an audible because it still ain't ready. Mm-hmm. So I go right to the back and say, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to skip her till they get, because her DJ got to go do something else with a flash drive, whatever. I said, Jeff, what's up? He was like, no, I just got this. Boom. Tell him to play. Boom. We're going to skip. We're going right to Jeff and Horace, and we'll come back to hip hop all together. Because we were going to open with hip hop just because, ladies first with Shantae, do the 2 R&Bs and go back to hip hop, but fuck it. So as soon as we did those two, they came back out. Now they're ready. So now we go to hip hop with the boom, 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 the 1, 2, 3 punch. And like I said, that don't work if you got somebody less than professional. I've worked with family, everybody in this game at this point, from my mom's time through my life. And like I said, it's a 50-50 crapshoot of the people you're working with, whether it's going to be professional night or people are gonna look at it less than, you know, professional, how they handle the shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's just the bottom line. Like, you know what I mean? I did shout out to my man Raymond Anthony. Like last night when I got to Philly, behind the scenes was a little chaotic for different reasons. You know, it wasn't all his fault. You know, he had a bunch of motherfucking angles pulling at him and changing the shit in the ninth inning. But for the rest of us artists, it's all in a disarray. It's a shit show. You can act this like, okay, why is there nobody to tell me, first of all, what door to come to? You know what I mean? Then the receiving door to take me to point A, and then to tell me there's nothing. Like, not even like a runner show where I could see it and go, oh, I had to guess when I was going up.
Right.
So it was just like all over the place, whatever it may be. But Raymond Anthony's the top promoter in Philly. He constantly, on a regular basis, brings them the best entertainment. But he has switched to this different venue where he has a lot of obstacles, you know, behind the scenes, that when he's trying to do his thing, because he's not professional. He's very professional. So for me to get there and things to be a little off, I was like, and then he pulls me to the side, explain everything. He's like, man, you know, you my dude. You know, whatever I got to do, take you to dinner, do some extra favor, whatever the case may be. Once I got done doing my thing, bro. First of all, once I got my liquor, once my Casamigos was delivered.
Once you got the vaccine.
Yeah, once they gave me the vaccine, I didn't give a fuck about nothing else. You cool? Let's take you to the. It's too late, nigga.
I'm good now.
I'm the bar now. Now I'm the bar. So niggas go. You mind if I get a little bit? So to be around, my point is, when you work with professional, it's so much smoother. People can kind of bounce off of each other. They know what needs to be done. You know, it's just like you and Sharon. Like I said, y'all got to the building. I didn't have to go find y'all. Hey, I need you to. Y'all came in head first. What we doing? What we gotta do? Boom, boom. Let's do it. Without that, you don't have a smooth evening. You know, and that's from, like she said, you're doing this shit 27 years. Let me shout out this. The company, Robin Hood Entertainment, when we started doing this Robin Hood shit, I think we owe God a big thank you, because of the simple fact that this thing was built on people just wanting to help. Yeah. This wasn't, she didn't answer a one ad or a classified, or we didn't go out and say, can we find some help? These are people that seen how you move, like how you move, what you're doing, and go, hey, how can I be down? You need my services? I want to extend let me help you out. Boom, boom. So other than me, of course, that's everybody. That's everybody that is part of this whole movement thing. That's and I think because of how it's built and the foundation it stands on, has a lot to do with what we reap and benefit sometimes.
Yeah. That's very true. It's so funny because I'll tell you the story, Amir. I met talent at a comedy show I just randomly went to on a Sunday night at the Boston Comedy Club back in the late 90s. We went downstairs to the Bag It In, shared some drinks. That's probably how the friendship started. And next thing I know, he was just like, yo, you want to help me with this? And I was just like, okay, let's go. My name was on the flyers, and that is how it started. So to be doing this, talent, first of all, with you for so long, and to have celebrated, you know, with you in your 30 years, it's been awesome. It's been a hell of a ride. We've had some ups, some downs. We've traveled all over the world. It's been a lot of fun. And to meet people such as Amir, who I found out has a lot of commonality with myself as well. So, you know, the energy is amazing. I ain't going nowhere. So, you know, whatever y'all need, I'm here.
Well, we just want to give you some flowers right now on a Monday. We call it Motivation Monday. What better way to motivate one of our favorite persons with her flowers on Monday?
Yes. We love you, baby. Rhonda. Yes.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me go get my Casamigos, because I'm sure y'all got a little taste over there somewhere. Cheers to y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all to death. And we'll talk soon.
Yes.
Love y'all.
Be safe, Rhonda. Appreciate you. That is once again my girl Rhonda. Like she said, 27 years. Yeah, Austin, that's about right. And like I said, all of them, that's how this shit came to be. Because it was just an idea. You know, with myself. First of all, I did with myself. My first thing when I first said I'm gonna throw a show, It was Talent Time Productions, like a Valentine. The logo was a heart. The T came out of it, whatever. And then I met Quincy. And then when I met Quincy, here's a business school major. You know, I knew in theory a lot of shit I wanted to do and how to do it, but he knew the dotting of the I's and the crossing of the T's. He knew how to put it in, you know, on paperwork as a proposal if I want to start a business and blah, blah, blah. So we complimented him because I knew all the people shit and had all the entertainment shit and the talent and the, you know, comedy and all that. And he had all that shit. So put it together. It was dope as hell. You're welcome, Sharonda. And shout out to Alfredo on here that says, Rochester, we love you up here too. And that was Thursday. Thank you, Alfredo. I love you guys too. So my shit started Wednesday.
Gotcha.
Harrisburg, which my dudes came out and hung out with me last night backstage too. Shout out to Chris Handles from the Harlem Globetrotters. And shout out to my man Boots. Those two guys every month throw a hell of a show out there. So that started Wednesday. Mimi Simpson, Chocolate Shy, Chris Thomas, Carl Payne. Boom.
Nice.
Thursday I get up. I get on 2 planes, get my ass up to the Rock. Rainy ass Thursday. It ain't even like real talk is like, you know, we did it on a Thursday to entertain about 30, 40 people. Nothing big. That shit was rammed. So packed out, sold out thing, rammed there, couldn't put no more people in there. Leave there. Oh, first of all, shout out who's on that show. A lot of people on that show, but Cool Bubba Ice, John Phillips flew in from out of town, ripped that shit up. Thank you very much. Yolanda Smile stopped up. My African host, Sydney Sir, was in there. Richie Santana. It was crazy. Marine. So we leave there next day. We got to go over to Buffalo, 1 hour over. Most of the same crew was there. We rock out. So get up 5 in the morning again. Get your ass on 2 planes to get to fuck was I going? I was going to back to New York for this shit. Now here's the bullshit. Plane is delayed, the one I'm on, right? Early in the morning, 6:30. Delayed. John Phillips plane 7 o'clock. This nigga go home before me, right? So I got to connect in DC, but because it's late, I missed the connection. When I finally do get to New York, it's just me and not my 2 bags.
Oh, damn.
Exactly. You know what's in the bag? Casamigos, kilos, blah, 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 clothes, merch, da-da. So now I'm like, it's me and my backpack, which is the office. So now it's like, we gotta fucking go to the house because we gotta put some merch together. So we go to the house, we put some merch together. We come, you know, that fast forward, that's when we meet at the gate.
Yeah.
We come in there, we do this show. I want to say it's 6 o'clock, 6:15, some shit. We arrive at. This show's supposed to be over at 11. This show was over at 11:45. We almost go a whole hour. Pack that shit up. What's left? Go back. I'm looking for a nightcap, you know, before I fucking hit this road because I can't sleep. I gotta go right to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Fuck you in a nightcap." I was like, "All right, fuck y'all too." I only had time for one. Go back, a little celebratory shit. All right, go in my train, boom, I'm out. I get there Saturday, trying a new hotel out called Element. I don't know if anybody ever stayed in the Element by the Westin.
Nice. Yeah, the elements are nice. Yes,
That's
sir.
my first Element. I'm gonna be looking for that.
That was a nice. Yes,
so
sir.
I stayed. That's where I, fucked around and stayed at the show. Like I said, you already heard what happened there. Now I had to come further out, East Stroudsburg, PA. Fuck with Kenny Williams out here. But that's the long weekend. And I'm not fucking mad one bit because I said, fuck preparing a show today. What else is more motivating than somebody doing something that they love to do or that they're good at for 30 fucking years, 3 decades? So I get a call from Hamburger, right? I'm talking to Hamburger. And we laughing, and he's like, "Yo, damn, I just had to call you, man, because," he said, "I didn't even realize it's 30." He said, "Because I'm 33. I think Hamburger." That's the funny thing about when we were younger. Didn't shit seem like it was the longest? Like when I looked at Straight Outta Compton, the movie, when you look at the dates and you following along chronologically, You're like, yo, all that shit happened in 5 years?
Yo, thank you. Thank you, T.
So I'm fucked up. I'm like, so to say, my point is, he said he 30. So now in my mind, like, damn, he was only 3 years longer than me in the shit, huh? So he goes, yeah. He said, but damn, you know, he said a couple of girls said a couple of things like, oh, he still look good, or he still got it, or something. He said, damn. He said, I feel like a fucking old dinosaur. I said, no, nigga, you're what I said to Tom, I said, you got to look at it like, not that you're a dinosaur in the game, but you're the blueprint. We are part of the blueprint of what these motherfuckers are trying to do now. You got to take that and try to move like that, right? But time is everything. I said, yo, it's not this thing. I don't even feel like 30. He said, yeah, for you, nigga. He said, I know all 33. He said, you're 30, you feel like 10. I was like, yeah.
But you know what, T? First of all, like I said, there were so many moving parts to this and so many ways to be motivated. Like I told you, to have the opportunity to first and foremost catch up with a few people who I hadn't seen in a while. I hadn't seen Greg Nice. I hadn't seen Teddy Ted in a while. The Awesome Two. I'm not as familiar with his partner, but Teddy Ted is my guy. Like that's family all onto himself. So when he came into the room where the food was, he was like, "Man, what's up?" He said, "Word, that's what we doing." I said, "Man, I'm hanging out here holding the liquor and making sure everybody eats." So he started laughing, we cracking jokes. I didn't even know he was with, Nice and Smooth. So then he said, "Yo, come in our room, whatever." So I said, "All right, give me a minute. I'll come in and check y'all." So when I go in the room, Greg's sitting down, he eating. I got the mask on because, I wanted to make sure everybody's feeling safe. He said, "You ain't got to take the mask on. I know who you are." He said, "Your frame hasn't changed. Nothing's changed about you. You're still the coolest nigga in the room." So I start laughing. He gets up, hugs me. I give Smooth B, dap, and just say what's up to him. And then me and Greg chopping it up. We laughing because he brought it up. He said, "I known this man since Little League football," and everybody in the room went. And I said, "See, all of y'all think it's because of the industry." I said, "Nah." He said, "Yo." He said, "Before we even knew anything about girls, I knew this cat." He said, "We was little dudes trying to figure it out." So I said, "That's how far some of us go back in here." So we laughed about that. Jeff is super family. So I went into his dressing room just to look at what Jeff had on. I was like, "Yeah, I will be biting this outfit. He doesn't know this yet, but I will be stealing some of these concepts for somewhere down the line."
Ain't he a class act?
Jeff is the smoothest guy ever. Like, and the thing about it is, he's aging. To your point with that smoothness. It's not what you call it. Like I'm trying to, this, that, the third. You like this nigga is just the wine that you put up on the shelf, and no, we're not gonna crack that bottle. Don't crack that bottle. That's my signature bottle. I don't really mess with that. We bring that on rare occasions.
That's a fact.
That's Jeff.
We're gonna have Jeff on the show because that's my guy. Like that is, what's funny? Jeff is one of those guys. I think this about life. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think in life, we got people that are naturally, their job is to try to take care of us and mold us, right? Parents and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Right? Then we got people that we see and say, inadvertently, subconsciously, you want to gravitate towards them. You want them to be your mentor. You want to take after them. You like their style, their swag, or their business, whatever it is. You got that gravitational shit going on, and you want that to happen, right? Then there's a few people in life that's going to come in your life along the way and do that thing, but you wasn't checking or knew that was going to happen.
Yes.
The last thing you thought was this person was going to be one of those people to me. That's me and Jeff. Me and Jeff is that. So, correct me if I'm wrong. That happens in life for real.
Yes.
Like, I met him when he dropped his first album. I loved it. I loved him like as an artist or whatever. But by no means, even though we were from Mount Vernon, did I say, "Oh, me and Jeff could be close up," or Jeff's gonna be a mentor, or Jeff's gonna teach me a few things, or not in my wildest fucking dreams. And he ended up being in that category. He ended up being in that position in my life with him and the Evs. Even like Al. Like, I knew these guys. We come up in the same town. We come up together, whatever. But I didn't look at them like that.
Yeah.
So the fact that when I fast forward my journey, I'm able to point at moments in there where all of these guys, some form of fashion became that. And to me, it's fucking unbelievable and amazing. It's remarkable. It's
Yes. So you got that. Then I finally did get a moment to speak to Smooth B because, like I said, I wasn't as familiar with him the same way I was with Greg Nice, but Smooth B's late wife, I was. I knew her since grade school, so I got a chance to pull him to the side and say, "Hey, Smooth man, I just want to extend my condolences. I never got a chance to." And before I could finish my statement, he said, "You are the Amir Malik that my wife used to always talk about. She always said that she knew y'all from childhood. Y'all used to ride the yellow bus together. So, to your point, it's kind of amazing how you can. You're absolutely right. Be impactful or have some sort of impact on people unbeknownst to yourself. And that was something that I wanted to, speak on here with our Motivational Monday today. Please, everybody be mindful of this. Your words, your actions, and all of the things in between have an impact on people in ways that you can't even begin to imagine. And if you just go about them the way that you absolutely should, to me, which is from your heart, then that's all you can do. To sit down and have a conversation with Smooth B and to have him play a record that he's done, which is a homage to his wife. And he played it for me. He said, I mean, I want you to hear this. Took me in a quiet room. We sat. He played it for me. And it almost brought me to tears because it made me think of my brother, obviously, like I said, his late wife. And I was sitting there just going, wow. He said, no, give me your number right now. Let's keep in contact. And I was just, I really was like, wow, you know what I mean? Because I didn't expect that. I expected to, say hello to him and to, like I said, just share, my condolences. But I didn't expect the return to be of that magnitude.
Right.
Then you fast forward to Grand Puba, who I knew, through various situations with Malik. Over the years, they were big fans of Malik, so especially Grand Puba. He was probably the first to immortalize Malik ever on wax in one of his songs where he said, "Straight to the hole like my man Malik Sealy." And when I brought it up to him, that's when it jarred him who I was. He was like, yo, he said, yo, you still in Harlem? Because that was a whole nother moment in time that, he and I shared. So, that was great. And, and Horace and his team, same thing, his manager, just remembering me. And so I thought that, to have this many years of being away from certain entities and people, but to have it pick up right where it left off from everybody to just kind of go, wow, it's great to see everybody, to your point, and to know that, everybody's kind of holding tight to the best of their ability and still having an impact and working with each other to form these great situations. And then the last thing I'm going to share with you, which was also impactful, and this is to show you the power of this man's talent and what he's been able to do. So I told you I was in Glenroy's. So I'm in Glenroy's, and Brother Darryl Hicks comes, and he always speaks. No matter where I see Darryl Hicks, that's one gentleman who if y'all ain't familiar with Black and Gold, he's one of the crown jewelers of Black and Gold, along with some of his other partners. But here's what he said to me. He said, Amir, I'm in here real quick. I'm getting ready to run up to Philly to catch talent at the joint in Philly. So I said, oh, well, I just did the joint in Brooklyn last night. He said, you want to take a ride? I said, no, that's on you. I'm going to let you take that ride. He said, I'm not sure what part of the show I'm going to catch. He said, but I got to catch some of it or whatever the case may be. I said, Darryl, I salute you, King. Good luck with that. I said, but I'm going to stay right here. And even though I didn't have to work today, I'm on vacation for the next 2 weeks, so I didn't have to work. But I just was like, I can't afford another night like that. You don't understand what I went through last night messing with talent. If we take that to Philly, I'm going to be stuck in Philly. I know that for a fact. Y'all have no idea what I would have been going through. So
but it's funny. It's fun. That's funny because that's the fourth offer you had to go.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
all the way up into the middle of the movie, and you're like, fuck that nigga. I'm hydrating today. Here's the funny thing. The funny thing is this. And it's funny, this I know you ain't lying, because I'm getting texts from him after the show. I think the first text was right as I'm starting the show. And I'm like, yo, we're starting the show. I don't know what the reception's gonna be back here. So if I don't answer you, I'm not ignoring you. I'm backstage. We're going backstage. Now I go back to what I said at the beginning of the show, how I thought backstage was a shit show. So now that I get here and all this disorganized and just not being able. So when he hits me like, yo, I'm about to hit the G Dub, you know, come there, we good, boom, boom. And I hit him back. I said, don't do it. I said, it's a shit show backstage. And more importantly, I told it was my idea to tell him to come because, you know, to have them, he wanted to talk Silk into performing on the ski trip. And I'm like, bro, don't come to I said, yo, he said, yo, talk to them, see if we can get them, you know, this is the amount we could give them, whatever. So my intentions was, I said, I got you. Get here, get to the show, holler at them and say, hey, can you do this? Boom, boom, whatever. You couldn't even get to them because everybody, when I tell you it was crazy how they did it because of COVID, you know, these guys are on this side of the universe, these guys, it's almost like we was at the garden, you know, so nobody was around each other. The only people that were around each other was, you know, during the comedy portion, some more to Ray, myself, Wow. But once you got to the music, you had to clear these people, let them in. And it was a lot. It was a shit show. So, and I couldn't even stay for the whole thing. So once the music portion started, and I realized nobody was going to be cohesive or seeing each other, whatever, I had to hit the road and go at it. But that's why D was really getting ready to come out there. And I had to text him like, I can't even get to them, bro, personally and say, hey, here's an offer, whatever the case may be, whatever. So in that essence, that didn't work either. That was another plan that kind of got foiled. Now, here's some shit I want to talk about that's motivating me. I joke about it all the time these last 2 years because of COVID, how people just want to get out and see people. And I make it funny, but it's some serious shit because there was a few people when we out in the lobby just mingling and sipping before the fucking drama and the show starting. You know, the pre-show. We out there pre-showing it. At least 5 or 6 motherfuckers that they haven't been out to anything pretty much. And they were like, yo, you know, do the quick, you know how we do. We come in, we mask up, you do the quick, oh, it's good. You know, oh, what's up? And I seen about 5 of motherfuckers that, and I appreciate that because the situation in dire times, you're going to ain't nothing to sneeze at. It's real, it's happening, we live in it. So those people, and some of them elder or whatever, coming out, you know, risking this night because for 2 years, they haven't been able to see you. Their choice has been taken away and they've been pushed to whatever the case may be. That right there, that hit me too. Yeah. That hit me like, I was really happy to see, you know, certain people, even like a Lisa Ray. Shout out to Lisa Ray, Nonstop Entertainment. One of my first employers when I quit. When I went into this profession, for real, like quit my job, there were certain bosses that, because this is how I was able to, you know, sustain and stay alive, especially in the early beginning. And what made my decision to quit was I had like 4 rooms that I was going to be the host of, 4 different nights of the week or whatever, and different places. And let's say they would give me $125 a week to host them. Times 4, if I do 125 4 times, times 4, I made enough for rent. So I paid my rent and, you know, a little electric bill, whatever. But the point is, I said, okay, I'm going to be leaving this job with enough to pay the bills for this job. So I said, okay, what I got to do is, I moved into this place in Pelham, and I had a roommate, right? And then I didn't have a room. So my thing was like, when I made the choice before I had a room, I said, yo, the rent is $1,000. I pulled out my 401k way too early, way too many penalties, whatever. I ended up getting roughly $6,000 from that. $6,000, $1,000 a month in rent. I had 6 months to get bus. If this shit didn't, when I say I quit, in 6 months, this shit could go either way. Either it's going to go and sustain, or I'm going to be back at my boss's door like, y'all still need somebody? You know what I'm saying? So that's really where it was. Talent, my son Talent's in the belly. He's 4 or 5 months in the belly. So it was like a do or die. But when I look at it, Lisa Ray came out. Nonstop. Manhattan Proper was 1 room. Indigo Blues was another room. Boston Comedy Club was a room, and in Jersey I was at the Peppermint Lounge, and ended up getting the hosting gig behind Bill Belly. So with these 4 rooms and making $125, 4 nights out of 7 times 4 weeks, I was able to do that, and that was the building set. So when I seen these people from these places, I was like, wow. Ed Hill, thank you. He's the one that gave me Indigo Blues, 46th Street. I'll never forget it. Like I said, Lisa Ray and Diane gift from fucking Mad Proper. Never forget it. Bob Sumner, my man Howell, who passed away, rest in peace. Those guys at the Peppermint Lounge, never forget it. You know what I mean? Boston Comedy Club, my old manager, Barry Katz, who we still are tight friends to this day. And he's one of them super mogul motherfuckers in production. And I just, before I left the house, I had a Christmas card for him. And I just laughed because I was like, me and this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just, me and this motherfucker. Like, like, but all those people you just never forget. So when seeing some of these people come out, brought back, you know what I mean? That nostalgia, I was like, wow. Because that's why I said in the beginning of the show, if what we're talking about today, this hour, you don't find some sort of inkling of motivation in it, everybody we name has something in there that you would go, wow. Take a Jeff Red. When I was listening to Jeff Red's music, now Uptown was on MCA. And this guy comes out, beautiful melodic style and voice and all this shit. He's always class act. And in the middle of the movie of him doing his music, this motherfucker turns to the vice president or president of MCA.
He sure enough did.
So he goes executive on your ass while he's still Jeff Red, which Heavy end up following in that suit. But look at the groundbreaking he did before Boom Boom Boom. Now, I talked to Jeff, interviewed him one time. He has some great stories of the whole marriage. You got to hear his connection with Mary J. Blige and how the careers ended up and all that stuff. But these are motivating guys to me. Now, fast forward, flip it, artist, executive, still artist, flip it. Now we're in 2021. This motherfucker ran for the Board of Education. He's on the board.
Yes.
So we all love Jeff's a likable guy. Like who doesn't like Jeff fucking Red? He's a class act person. You got it. When Jeff comes off, I'm just on the side of the stage like this,
and he, when I say impeccably dressed, people like to, talk about my swag and my style, but it's funny how even within things, there's different, levels to stuff. Jeff, like I said, I'm telling you, he's like that. We see in the movies, people crack that bottle of either wine or the bottle of scotch. And they be like, this is an age scotch, whatever. And they crack it and, they sit there and, everybody's super cool. Because he even said to me, he said, Amir, I wish there was some place me you could go out back and have a cigar. And when I tell you, T, I couldn't stop laughing. I said, you know what? I wasn't even in a cigar mood, but because it's you, I'll definitely go back and we can bust down 2 cigars today. Yeah. But like you said, it's that kind of it's that kind of motivation that, like I said, that you get from these people. Just again, based off of not only knowing them as long as you have, but like you said, watching them move in and out of the spaces that they moved in and out of. I'm gonna tell you another one. So Greg Nice, I told you, he said, Amir, I got your number, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, okay. I'm in Glen Roy's yesterday, celebrating my cousin's birthday and and everything, and my phone rings and it sure enough comes up Greg Nice. I was like, I guess I did have his number somewhere, but I couldn't find it in my phone. So I go outside, I get on the phone. He said, yo, Amir, did you have a good time yesterday? I said, bruh, that was beyond incredible. He said, man, listen. He said, first off, man, I was so happy to see you, man. He said, thank you for, coming out and showing out as always, man. He said, you look great. I said, brother, it's always, anytime I can come out and be around anything that you were doing or whatever, obviously, please let me know. So then he immediately went to the end of January. I'm going to be at that new theater in Staten Island. So, me, I'm sitting here like, uh-oh. I done put my foot in my mouth because I'm like, you don't got no ride. So now you got to come up with a ride in order to get to Staten Island to get to this show. So I said, well, yo, Greg, just let me know. I said, I'll most certainly come on out, man, and celebrate with you. You know how we do, man. You brother for life. I love you, man. And then, we talk some other stuff, some business stuff, because I found out that the Super Bowl is going to be in Las Vegas in 2024, February 11th, 2024, because one of my other men in Vegas. February 11th, 2024. I'm putting that in your ear, T, because it looks like that's the double nickel birthday. So, because it's the double nickel birthday, we may have to go turn Las Vegas totally on its ear in ways that they didn't.
I'm down. You know what's funny funny thing with me in Vegas? I only really enjoy it, and I figured this out the last couple of years when I had to go, by myself. I don't really like it by myself. Vegas is one of those spots. You got the right people around you. You go. So I will go because I know I will have a crew and boom, like with me and 1, 2 other people who I'm just, there working. It's totally not the same experience. You know what I mean? But if you got a crew, every time, and I said to myself, why am I not enjoying Vegas? Because you ain't got your crew. Like, you go back to every time you have a Vegas story and enjoy Vegas, you with the crew.
Yes. So I'm just putting that in the universe right now. We got, a couple of years or so, but that's the double nickel birthday. We're gonna turn some. We're gonna put something in that.
2020 what?
2024, February 11th, 2024. My birthday is the 9th. The 11th is the actual Super Bowl. So, look, like I said, let's put together something that they ain't never. They're gonna be like,
we fuck around. 2024. Fuck around Jets or Giants.
That'd be even crazier. But 2024. So I'm putting that in the universe. But to get back to like you said, the motivation of this all is just that, man. To, like you said, to see all of these amazing people. Even Carl Payne, when he came in, and he was impeccably dressed, by the way, Saturday night as well. I was like, okay, sir, I got to salute that outfit. You were here clean, brother. But just to see everybody and to watch everybody, again, gravitate to one another, show love to each other, and really, really just take the time to be in the moment, because it was definitely one of those moments to drink it. My boy, by the way, he said to thank you. He said, Amir, please, thank Talent for me. He said, man, I had a great time. He said, I should have brought somebody, he said, because I didn't realize it was going to be that dope. He said, and I watched you. He said, I see you from the audience dancing on the side. He said, why you ain't come on stage? I said, because my name wasn't on the bill, sir. So my job was to stand on the side and cheerlead. My job was not to get out there.
It was so many goofy ass fucking parts of this show, bro. Yo, I gotta see you when we get off the air. I gotta see. Remember, I was cracking on Brooklyn Mike, and I said like a bootleg Captain Crunch type shit.
Yes.
Fucking Stephanie, stupid ass, makes a picture. It sends me the picture with this nigga with the Captain Crunch shit. You had that. You had Sean Harvey with the white fucking.
Everybody was crying so hard, and see, what y'all don't understand is with comedians, because if you don't get a chance to be around them side of what they do on stage, when I tell you these guys clown each other and everybody, like, that's just what they do. So to see and to hear you say that, all in my mind, all I kept on thinking to myself was, Sean Harvey was great until he found out that you hit him with that, and he was like, this nigga shot down my whole damn it, man. I knew I was going to kill him with this. Yo, definitely, Sharonda. The Wallabies are intact, too. I was like, wow. Okay, Sean, I see you, sir.
No, the funniest thing, bro. The funniest thing with Sean is when I say the white, I'm feeling Easter 88, right? And then I said, you got the all-white Lisa two-piece. I said, if that man get his period tonight, that shit tickled me.
When I tell y'all, it was classic, and like I said, the back stuff was just so on point and just so dope. And like I said, everybody really was just pulling for a great show. And for those of you, like I said, who were there to witness, y'all know what you saw. You know what you got to experience. This man and the people that were there, everything was just top notch from top to bottom. they turn that show inside out. And like I said, to truly see all of these great legends, and we have to, start calling them that, because as we saw, we lost Kango Kid this weekend. The amount of people who we've lost this year, just in general, especially from the entertainment industry. Obviously we've also lost friends and family, but the entertainment industry has taken so many hits, and we're at the stage and at the age now where, unfortunately, that is going to be a reoccurring theme, probably more times than not. But with it being that, then we have to do a better job of really truly giving each other, the props and the accolades when you see them, and we get a chance to speak about them and to speak of them. Please, y'all, it's imperative. We only a couple of days away. The weekend really is, quote unquote Christmas Day or whatever the case may be. But as Talon said, I think it was on Friday or when we did the Emanage, we got to start celebrating every day and making every day joyous and making every day wonderful, and believing that every day adds something to, somebody's life, if not your own, and see how that plays out for you. I promise you, when you start getting in that joyous mood and that joyous energy, it'll manifest itself again in ways that you can't even begin to imagine. Like I truly believe and see it now, and I'm witness to it. This year was tough, probably, in a lot of ways for a lot of people. But I got to tell y'all, this probably was one of the most incredible years I've had in a very long time. And T was a big part of it. Lord Finesse is a big part of it. Sharonda, Drusilla, Miss Pink, Marlene, all of y'all beautiful people, because Shauna, all of you people who have especially supported all of the lives and things that Talon and I have had the opportunity to do this year. When I tell y'all, you guys motivate me, because there's plenty of days where when the cameras is off, I'm even questioning things. But then I'll be like, oh, it's Motivational Monday. It's time to go out here and give these people, what we do, and to help them, stay motivated, because it's a give and take thing. It isn't just a one-sided thing, at least for me. I know that you guys help bring out the best in me by, allowing me and my words to stand, in a way with y'all that I truly am humbled by. And I mean that. Like, y'all have no idea. I find myself on more things. I even had a guy, T, when I was in Glenroy's, another brother, stopped me. He said, yo, I see you on every platform. You talking on so many shows now. He said, and when I say you are giving everybody the business, and I'm looking, I'm like, wow. I said, I'm not even paying attention. I'm just, again, just speaking from my heart, man. Even our guy, Kamal, yesterday, his wife, him and his fiance, I'm sorry, they had a show. And I jumped on to just support. He said, bring that guy Amir. And I was like, oh, shit, I wasn't ready. I had to throw something on real quick. I get on the show. So his fiance, she's like, Kamal told me to bring you on. She was like, are you going to do a spoken word? I was like, oh, I don't do spoken word. I was like, is this what this is about? I came on here just for support purposes. So then I started speaking. And when I finished speaking, her and the other poets, they was all like, you don't do what we do, but they were like, your words are just like ours. You just format it differently. They was like, just from the short time you've been on here and the stuff that you shared with us, we could see how great you are with words and how powerful your words are. So I was, again, I was just blown away by that, because I said, wow, man, these are people who, this is what they really do. This is their passion. This is who and what they're about. Comedians the same. Like I said, I don't take anything away from any and all of the things that I've been able to witness this year. I realize I'm in a creative community. And what y'all have allowed me to figure out is my gift is my ability to communicate. Talents is comedy. Lord Finesse is music and cooking. Kamal is speaking. Mine's is the ability to just use these words to resonate with people.
The good Reverend
Yeah, what you gave me. But I realized that's the power in this. And like I said, I'm just mindful and thankful of it. And I'm happy that you guys really give me that opportunity, on all these various platforms. And y'all, really listen in, man. Like I said, I'm really, truly blessed to have all of y'all in my circle. So I'm mindful. I thank you. I've been saying this. I'm not saying season's greetings. I'm saying season's blessings. That's what I'm saying this year. Season's blessings to everybody. Y'all enjoy your families. Hug everybody. Just, like I said, be mindful. It's a time to, let's have this. More inclusion and less, hell with this and hell with that. Take these moments.
Well, I want to give you flowers too, brother, and say thank you for being a part of these last trying couple of years. I mean, solid rocks are solid rocks, but you really learn who the people are. the harder times get, and when we facing these adversities at this level and this magnitude. So we gotta once again applaud everybody. Let's applaud Sharon to give her flowers.
Yes.
27 years of service. For no other reason at all other than that. I love what's being done and want to be a part of it. So thank you again, Sharonda. Hopefully we make another 27, make people happy, all right? So we old and gray. Also want to thank everywhere this week has entailed leading into the holidays. Thank you to Club XL Live in Harrisburg. Thank you for that venue. Thank you Thursday in Rochester, the Urban Euphoria, the new Black-owned spot. They took over a little government mansion and made it a real nice hot spot. Thank you, Rochester and Urban Euphoria there for Thursday. Thank you to the Golden Nugget, the all-new Golden Nugget in Buffalo, who has an entertainment complex in the back of their venue as well. Thanks for having us there Friday. Saturday, of course, the King's Theater. Hats off to you guys because from the staffing to the backstage people to the people paying the artists and all that good stuff, thank you for making us look really, really good at what we do and joining in on that we can. Thank you guys enough. And finally, the Met Theater staff and people, thank you guys as well. And Raymond Anthony for having me out there in Philly to do what we do. Everybody, enjoy your holiday because the next time you see us Motivation Monday, we'll be talking about what people got for Christmas, who got cursed out, who bought bullshit, you know, whatever the case may be. We love you guys to death. Nothing you can do about it. Amir, talent, is Motivation Money, and my super producer behind the scenes, Prophet Pete. Family to family. Salute. Happy holidays and season blessings, correct?
Season blessings, yes.
Boom.
We
Salute.
love you.
We out.
Salute, guys.